My name is Matthew Gagliotti, and I'm the head of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. Thank you all for joining us today as we announce the largest coordinated healthcare fraud takedown in the history of the Department of Justice. Today marks a decisive moment in our fight to protect American taxpayers from fraudsters and to defend the integrity of America's healthcare system. We are announcing today charges against 324 defendants for their alleged participation in healthcare fraud schemes involving approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to Medicare, Medicaid, and other healthcare programs. In a takedown this large, I can't possibly describe all of the work that went into dismantling each scheme, but there are 4 key points that bear emphasizing. First, let me be clear about what these healthcare fraud schemes mean for every hardworking American family. These criminals didn't just steal someone else's money. They stole from you. Every fraudulent claim, every fake billing, every kickback scheme represents money taken directly from the pockets of American taxpayers who fund these essential programs through their hard work and sacrifice. And when criminals defraud these programs, they're not just committing theft. They're driving up.
Okay, arintan meeshan warkeedan siinaya waxay codkayga maqashin. Okay, arintan meeshan codkayga maqashin codkayga ani sii daayo wax yar. Ha soo qora. Ha soo qora hadaa maqashaan codkayga. Okay, good. Marka sheekadan 14 billion kan la sheegayo Minnesota maaha la socdaya. Sheekadan sheeka Minnesota maaha. Sheeka Soomaali quseysana maaha. Sheekadan waxay ka dhacdaa lagu leeyahay gobolka Texas, California, New York iyo Michigan. Waxa ugu badnaa waa Texas weeyaan. Ma la socotaan sheekadan? Marka waxaa lagu leeyahay 14 bilyan iyo bar oo healthcare ah fraud ayaa lagu soo helay goboladan oo ay Texas hogaaminayso, California ku xigto, New York ku jirto, Michigan ku jirto. Marka Minnesota ma wax laga hadlayo saa la socdo marka hore.
Our national deficit and threatening the long-term viability of healthcare for seniors, disabled Americans, and our most vulnerable citizens. This enforcement action involves the seizure of cash, as well as luxury vehicles and properties, returning real money to American taxpayers and to our government healthcare programs. Second, we are seeing a disturbing trend of transnational criminal organizations engaging in increasingly sophisticated and complex criminal schemes that defraud the American healthcare system. As part of this takedown, we've identified and charged defendants operating.
Arrinkan Soomaali ma ayaa laga hadlayo. Arrinkan waxa laga hadlayaa dadyo kala weeyaan oo gobolka Texas iyo California ku jiraan. Marka Minnesota maaha, Soomaalina maaha.
From Russia, Eastern Europe, Pakistan, and other foreign countries.
Maqlaysaan dadka ugu badan halkan waa Russia iyo maaragtay Pakistan iyo wadan kale oo sheegay Eastern Europe iyo Russia iyo Pakistan laga hadlayaa.
These individuals have infiltrated our healthcare system to steal American taxpayer dollars. As just one, we dismantled a scheme involving a sophisticated operation run from Russia and Eastern Europe that strategically bought dozens of medical supply companies in the United States and submitted more than $10 billion in fraudulent healthcare claims to Medicare.
Wadankan waxaa dhacaya fiiriya dad Russia jooga oo aan weligood Mareykan imaanin ba intay samaysteen medical supplying company intay samaysteen bay Medicaid loo bilgarinaya lacagta la dhacay.
To make matters worse, these perpetrators used the stolen identities of more than 1 million Americans, spanning all 50 states, to perpetrate this scheme and submit these false claims. But I'm pleased to report that federal agents intercepted and arrested key members of that organization at U.S. airports and the U.S.-Mexico border, cutting off their intended escape routes. The days of transnational criminal organizations using the American healthcare programs as their personal piggy bank are over. Third, this takedown resulted in criminal charges against 74 defendants, including medical professionals who fueled America's deadly opioid crisis for personal profit. These are not isolated instances of poor judgment. These are calculated schemes designed to exploit Americans struggling with addiction while enriching the very people who were duty-bound to help them heal.
Okay, waa fahanteen aan malaynayaa sheekadan. Sheekadan waa sheeko la xiriirta lacago badan oo laga dhacay Medicaid-ka caafimaadka Russian iyo Eastern Europe iyo Pakistan ay dhaceen. Waa tii ugu weyneed abid soo martaa layidhi waddankan waa 14 billion wax la jiro. Marka Soomaalina kuma jirto alxamdulillah dhaha. Soomaali kuma jirto alxamdulillah. Ninkaan dhegeysta.
So, am I to make my wife a little jealous because I said I gave my life to Christ at 21 years old? I spent 12 years of my life being a youth leader in my church. So, am I to make my wife a little jealous because I sent her a video of the praise and worship and she already texted me back like, why didn't you bring me? A little jealous. Okay. Next time. Next time. But thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for opening up your church home to me. God bless you guys. And I love you. God loves you. I'll always be with you.
Ninkan waxaa la yiraahdaa Byron Donalds la yiraahdaa. Waxa weeyaan waa dabad ilifka koowaad ee Donald Trump weeye. Wuxuu u tartamayaa governor gobolka Florida. Hadda wuxuu ka tirsan yahay US Congress ka tirsan yahay. Ninkan iyo waxa isku xiran ninka la yiraahdo Tom Emmerich ee ka soo gala Minnesota. Waxay ka mid yihiin kan iyo ka kala cadaanka waxay ka mid yihiin kuwa Soomaalida dadka Soomaalida daba dhigtay ka mid yihiin. Ninkan Florida Soomaalina ma joogto. Haweeney maalin Soomaaliyu ka hadli jiray. Marka in aad xun weeyaan. ninka la tartamaya aan ogaan lahaa inaan arko. Allahu akbar. waa kana qoraalka Trump odaygu huhaada ahaa waaga warkiisa laga cabsan jiray hadda waxay iska noqotay waxaan soconayn wuxuu yiri I don't think we should make any deal with the crazy country destroying radical left Democrats until they vote with the Republicans to pass the Safe American Act. It is far more important than anything else that we do in the Senate and includes these same terrible people who to blame this mess. $5 billion cut in ICE funding, a deal which, even when we discuss as something else, is unacceptable to me and the American people, unless it includes their approval for voter ID with a picture, citizenship to vote, no mail voting, with the exception all paper ballots, no men in women's sports. Odayga wuxuu rabo iska qoraa waxaan shaqo isku lahayn waxaan shaqo iyo shaqo isku lahayn meesha dimuqraadiga waxay dhaheen warniyahow hadii aad rabto budgetkan inuu baaso $5 billion $5 billion ka jar ICE sheekadan aan socodsiino diilkaasaa la gaaray republicaanka iyo mataqaanaa iyo dimuqraadiga ay gaareen odaygiyaa loo geeyey warqad buu iska soo qoray social media soo dhigay wuxuu ku leeyahay 5 bilyan ay IC jirayaan annagana waa inaan maaragtay voter ID iyo no man mataqaanaa in the women sports iyo waxaan shaqo ku lahayn oo meesha aan oolin oo aan laga hadlaynin ayuu isaga soo tuuranaya fahmaysan marka ninkan xanuunsan ayaa ummadii ay la dilgalinaysaa fiil adiga wuxuu soo qoray ilaahan kuu dharshay madaxweynaha dalka arrintan kala fiiriya arrintaan nifaansiinaya waxaa jiray shalay toole ninkaa horta warkiisa dhegeysta anaa nin sharaxay marka
understands what's going on.
sheekada shalay soo baxday
I obviously made it clear that OnlyFans donate millions of dollars a year to. I obviously made it clear that OnlyFans donate millions of dollars a year to AIPAC, which AIPAC, of course, are the Israel lobby, which are heavily involved in American politics. And OnlyFans, who's owned by a Jewish man, donates millions of dollars to this day, but they don't care about that. They care about supposedly something I did 15, 16 years ago for some reason. Anyway, very strange coincidence, all of this. But the Overton window has shifted now, I believe, and I think everybody understands what's going on. And there's been some recent developments also between the relationship of America and Israel in the last 3 to 4 days, which are very interesting. So we're going to have to see how things play out. But I said something earlier about who was behind feminism.
Yeah.
Some interesting reading for this whole
okay ninkaa way ka wareerta horta Andrew Tate la yiraahdaa waa taqaanaan maalin walba oo fuustacso soo riixaa soo relevant u noqdo media looga hadlo saaxiibka China la tagay warkiisa iska wadaaba ninkaan asaga hadda waa calankiisa dhacay laakiin arrintu hadda ka hadlay oo shalay soo baxday document waxaa jirta shalay la soo liigariyay marka documentigaas waxaa ku qorneed shirkadda weyn ee OnlyFans la yiraahdo OnlyFans dadka yaqaan waa yaqaanaan dadkaan aqoonin waa meel naagaha dumarka maartay jirkooda ka ganacsada lagu iibiyo weeyaan marka waa online gabdhahaas account ka furta nimanka lacag ku bixiya si ay u daawadaan shirkadaas weyn waxaa iska leh nin yahuudi baa iska leh ninka yahuudka ah lacagta ugu badan wuxuu siin jiray mataqaanaa organizationkan AIPAC la yiraahdo hadda maaragtay ummadda wareerisay ka shaqeysa arrinta Israa'iil iyo arrimahan dagaalka iyo waxaan Mareykan ka shaqeeya marka OnlyFans waxay lacagta ugu badan waliba ownerka iska leh ugu badan ee donationka uu bixiyo uu siinayay yani $10 milyan $20 milyan ayuu sanadka siinayay AIPAC amanteen marka sheekadaas la soo kashifay inay diidaan bay isku dayeen laakiin caddayntii baa la keenay so ninka hadda ay madowga arkayseen waa ka qaaday dadkan soo qabanayna mar dhow raalli hada ninkii madowga hadda ay arkayseen oo ay tusayay ninka is hayaan oo governorka u tartamayo ninkan waay wuu isku wareeray cid walba isaga la dagaalama laakiin yahuuddu aad u neceb yahay way ka reyn doonaan ninkan waxaa la yidhahdaa James Fishback ayaa la yidhahdaa governorka Florida u tartamaya ninkii madowga hadda oo Trump u watay is hayaan labadooda oo Republican isla yihiin ninkan bil ka hor waxaa laga ballan qaaday waxaa laga marti qaaday Mar-a-Lago aqalka mataqaanaa Trump uu ku leeyahay Florida gurigiisa in casho uu imaado lagu marti qaaday maadaama uu yahuudi ka soo horjeestay habeenkii cashada markuu tagay oo laba habeen ka hor ahayd waa loo diiday inuu galo meesha waa kana asoo ka hadla
Private
arrinta
equity property developer from out of state looks at that and says, let's build. So, look, this is not about the who. It's not about Congressman Donalds or myself. It is about the what. What vision for Florida do we want? I am unapologetically old Florida. I am unapologetically the Florida that you and I appreciate, love, and cherish. When we drive by on I-10 and we see 20 acres of vacant land and the sunset over the horizon, we look at that, we admire, we might even give it a sign of the cross. We might even say we are blessed to live in God's country. We look at that and we admire it. And a carpetbag private equity property developer from out of state looks at that and says, let's build a Five Below. And we say, hell no, we're going to protect Florida. So what is it about Five Below? Is it the giant Twizzlers? Is it the Airheads? We've got some fun stuff to choose from here today. Something called Baja, if we know Baja well. But I want to leave you with this. I don't want to set false expectations, which is to say, I don't want to catfish any of you. I say that as someone who joined Titter last month as a gubernatorial candidate. Now, I joined Tinder for the very simple reason that I wanted to let young women across this state know that the Republican Party has let you down. I am not one of those garden variety establishment country club Republicans that's going to ask women to explain themselves for every single decision they've ever made. I recognize that as pro-life, you have to actually back that up. I don't want to set false expectations. I believe that life begins at conception.
anyway ninkan iyo waxay saayay ninkii madowga hadaa ni tusayay waxay isku hayaan governorka Florida labadooda waa Republican ninkan laakiin wuxuu ka soo horjeedaa Netanyahu iyo Israa'iil ka soo horjeedaa marka Trump xiriirkii u jareen casho loo ballan qaaday inuu maralaaga ku cunaayo meesha maaragtay laga ballan qaaday meesha Trump laba habeen ka hor loo soo diiday wuxuu taagan yahay waxaan iska aaday kulaha Taco Bell aan aaday marka halkan hadda aragtaan Fox News waxay soo qoraysaa yani Tel Aviv magaaladii Yahuuda oo sidii roobka kale ugu soo daadanayo gantaalada waxaas waa caasimadii Israa'iiliyiinta weeyaan Tel Aviv weey waxaas oo gantaalada saa ugu daadanayo
You must have an idea. My theory is that we should investigate everything strange that happened on that day so we can figure out what happened.
But why? What is your theory?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, what's your theory then? You must have an idea.
My theory is that we should investigate everything strange that happened on that day so we can figure out what happened.
But are you suggesting that? Are you suggesting
why is everybody so? Why are we pretending that we don't know why we ask questions? Like why? Like you're a journalist.
But you
know
what
this is. You're like, what's going on? What's going on? Why do you want to know why these planes were tracking Charlie? Well, my theory is that we are being sold absolute Fed slop. The media is doing their Operation Mockingbird Part 2 scenario by telling us, well, unless you absolutely have a conclusion, you can't even ask the question. Yes, we very well can. Keep asking consistent questions until we get a clarified explanation for what happened on that day. And right now, we have nothing, okay? And that is the reason why people are watching my show, because I'm the only one not treating them like they're absolute idiots who don't have two eyes and who believe in magic bullet theory and who understand that Egyptian planes should not have been tracking Charlie even 3 times this year would be an anomaly, okay? They've been tracking him. We don't know where it's going to end, but we are going to keep asking questions until we get clear answers.
Candace, it may be that the person in the media spewing bullshit to the public is you.
No, nice try. It's not. It's you by saying, why are you asking questions? Don't you worry about Mikey's feelings? Everyone knows what this is. Feelings? Everyone knows what this is. So we're not doing that again. Doesn't matter how many times you keep telling the public that I'm spewing bullshit. It is only because there has not been anything that has come out of this investigation that makes any sense that the public is not listening to. I am sorry to say this, Piers, people like you. And what I